A number of my members have recently asked me how they can find their voice in a business meeting or when they're talking to senior managers. Well, there's lots of ways in which you can help boost your own confidence, but let's talk about those in a moment. Let's take some practical steps first of all. Have a plan. Actually have a strategy about what you want to achieve out of those meetings, out of those engagements with senior managers or those business meetings. If you've got one person in particular that seems to be shushing you or stealing your ideas, then have a plan as to what you can do to make it a win-win situation for both of you. Never try and back anyone into a corner because you're just going to elicit a bad response from them, an aggressive, probably more aggressive response. But try and find a way of making it a win-win situation for everyone. If you're genuine and authentic all the way through your transactions and your dealings with people, people will respond to that. If there's somebody there that's always stealing your ideas, for example, if you take some time before the meetings to engage some of the other people who will be present, gain some allies, run some ideas past them, and then when you go in to deliver those ideas in business meetings, you'll know that those allies will not only support those ideas, if they're good ideas, but they'll also know that you were the one that came up with it first, even if you've got somebody in that meeting who tries to take credit for those ideas. But pick your battles. Don't fight everyone. If they steal a few ideas, then fair enough. It's what they do. But eventually, if you continually put out your brand as being a genuine, authentic, I want to try and help, being proactive, trying to support the business, the organization, then eventually people will come around to your side of the fence. They'll see that you're the one that's doing the legwork, you're providing the good ideas, you're the one that's trying to help and trying to find solutions, and they are just simply riding on the back of what your good work is delivering. So try and make it a win-win situation. Try and hold your temptation to get into a battle with these people, because that's never going to help. But what is it that stops you from maybe speaking up? Well, there's a lot to do with self-confidence. I'd like you to think about how you define and communicate your value. So ask yourself these questions. What does the situation, organization, or that particular manager need right now? What is it that you have in your skill set that you can bring to that need as a solution? What is it that you can do that no one else can do? What value do you bring? And hopefully that will give you a sense of confidence and self-belief when you go into delivering your answers. If you've got something that you genuinely believe is a good idea, a good solution to a problem that you're trying to solve at the moment, then stand up and say it. Sure, you might get some people knock you back. You might get some people who shush you, but be prepared for any answers that you might get back, any retorts, any curveballs they might throw at you. Even if you don't deal with the situation right now, if it's something that's aside from the issue in hand, maybe have something in your locker like, I don't see how that's relevant to what we're discussing right now. I think the idea stands on its own 2 feet. Judge the idea, not me, or something along those lines. Have some retorts and some answers in your locker. The hardest thing in those sort of pressure situations is to think on your feet. So do the thinking beforehand. Have some stock answers that you just can just call upon at a moment's notice. Let's recap. Go in with a plan. Be strategic about it. Know what it is you want to get out of it. Try and make it a win-win situation for everyone. Try and anticipate the questions that you're going to be asked. Be black and white. Use evidence where you can. Be strategic about getting allies before you go into the meeting. Run your ideas past those allies as well. They'll soon realise who it is who's coming up with the good ideas. Expect a curveball and be ready to just park it or push it to one side and focus on the problem or the issue at hand. Pick your battles. Yes, they might steal some of your ideas, but eventually people will see who the genuine and authentic person is in this situation. So I hope those tips have helped. I'm going to do a short worksheet on it as well, so that will be a link somewhere alongside this video, depending on where you're seeing this video, which platform you're on. But also I'm going to put it onto the Facebook page for the Speak System as well, the Facebook group. So go and join that group. The links are going to be right by this video. Go and join that group. That's where all the good content is going to be, and it's where you're going to get an opportunity to interact with me and ask me questions direct on the Q&As. So until next time, let's hope you can become a calm, confident and inspiring speaker with a little help from the Speak System.